Yo, what's up, guys? I hope you're having a great day. And in today's video, I'm talking about gratitude. Now, I already made a video about this on my channel, but I kind of wanted to touch on it again because sometimes I feel like I forget how grateful I am and how blessed I am. And then I'll see something in my everyday life and it sets that perspective on me again. So, for those of you who know and follow me, you know, my YouTube channel revolves around self development and mindset. And basically, as I grow my journey to become mentally, physically, spiritually, financially successful in all those areas, I try to, in a way, live the best life I can and become the best version I can. And I want that, guys, for you as well. But the thing with this is sometimes I get caught up in, like, I put pressure on myself because obviously when you're growing into a new person and you're leveling yourself up, sometimes we get carried away and focus too much on the future and not like how grateful we are in the present moment. And it's not only me, I see this with other people as well, and it's completely okay, but you have to use gratitude to check yourself back in. So, what I mean by this is, like, say, for example, you're struggling financially right now. You could go on Instagram and see people successful at a very young age, or they're making money, or say they have a relationship and you're single, and you kind of like start to feel like you're missing so much. But in all reality, even if you are going through those things, just to have health and people around you, and for you to be able to walk and talk and do the basic things is such a blessing. So, the reason I'm bringing up this topic in this video is because on a regular basis, I see people struggling way more than me. So, about like 2 weeks ago, I was at work and I'm driving the truck and I passed by this guy on the sidewalk. Keep in mind, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. I I was in a pretty good mood, but at the same time, I was going through this sense of, oh, I got to do more. I got to achieve more. I want to get more. And like, I'm not realizing how grateful I have it. And I see this guy. It's very early in the morning. It's a beautiful day. And he's getting pushed in a wheelchair by a caregiver. He cannot walk. And not only can he not walk, he can't even sit up straight. So the way his body was is he's back in the chair looking up. And his body was just like that. He couldn't move. He seemed paralyzed. And I was like, wow, if that was me, it's it really shakes me up because I can't even feel how that would feel. But I know it would definitely hurt me. And those people that go through that are very strong because just me to imagine me not being able to walk or move my body or just do basic things, like, we don't think of these things because we're so used to it. But when you take something simple away from you like that, like walking or talking or even moving your upper body, you realize how much you miss. So when you really put it in perspective, it makes you so much more grateful. Even if you're struggling right now financially, or you're single and you're not in a relationship, or whatever you're going through right now, if you have the ability to walk and talk and breathe and move, that's like a blessing right there. So it makes me feel so much more happy and much more in peace because I realize, yes, we're all, whoever's following me or myself, we're all trying to level up and grow as a person. Like I said, financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, all these different aspects. I want you guys to level up and fully live your life to the true potential. But at the same time, I don't want you guys to get wrapped up in this race where you start making yourself miserable, because when you compare yourselves to others, when you feel like you're behind, you start to overlook the little gifts we have. Like, say, for example, like I could get up after this video, walk to my car, drive my car to the gas station, or go to the restaurant and get food. I don't need no one to take care of me or someone to help me shower myself. And it really, when you look at it like that, instead of looking at all the things you have, like don't have, you look at the things that you do have. So it's just really a blessing. And I also want to give you an example, because I heard of a podcast about some guy that was, I think he lost his limbs. He was very successful, but I'm like, say for example, you have a millionaire or a billionaire and they don't have their legs or they don't have their arms. I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure they would give up all their money to trade places with you if you could walk and you have your arms and you could move a regular way. That is more valuable than money and success. Just having your health. That's why I want to go over even more on my channel how big health is for us. Like, I've been trying to prioritize my sleep more. I've been trying to stay hydrated more, and just the basics like the nutrition, sleep, hydration. Because, like, I made a short about this, 5 things that I believe are more valuable than money. And that is at the top. The number two, it's hard to pick these out of these two, but like I'll just put them at the same level. The top two is health and time. Those are the most valuable assets you have. Then it's knowledge, experiences, and relationships, because knowledge is power. When you learn about certain things, you could impact your health. Um, you could use your time in a more efficient way. And then experiences, obviously, all the things we go through and memories, and then also relationships with other people, family, friends, whatnot. So I always remind myself, like, when I'm stressed out or I feel behind, to practice gratitude. Either if it's just you sitting down thinking about it for 5, 10 minutes, all the things you have, all the things you're grateful for, or if you write it down on a notepad, like when you wake up, 3 things you're grateful for, 5 things you're grateful for. You don't have to consume your whole day with this. It could be 5, 10 minutes. And I'm telling you now, when you do this, you feel it. You could feel. So I feel like I've been practicing this for a few months now, because I remember before I practiced this, like I said, I was so focused on, oh, I want to be more successful. Like, I want to have more money. I want to have a different car. I want to have this. And I was so wrapped up in pushing myself and leveling up that I was low key like miserable and like unhappy with myself. And then, like, one day I just like started practicing gratitude more. And I look around me and I'm like, I'm in like such a good position. Even though I want to get better and I want to level up more, I have a good job. I'm very healthy. I have good people around me. And I'm like, wow, like I'm in such a good position. And when I did this, you could feel it in your body and your mind to calm down and be more happy. Like, I'm telling you this as a firsthand experience. Like, I'm not telling you this through research or whatever. When I practiced gratitude more, I instantly became more happy and more calm and more peaceful. That's like a good way to describe it, peaceful, because I like practicing it also in the morning. I feel like the morning is a very peaceful time. I have to get up early for work. I have to clock in at 6 a.m. So I usually wake up around 5 a.m. or like 4:40, 4:50 around there. And I don't know, my body's naturally trained now to go in this peaceful state as soon as I wake up. So my alarm will go off. I'll usually lay down for like 5 minutes and just collect myself. And it's just like, I don't know, when I wake up in the morning, I feel this sense of like gratitude, but also like peace. And when I start my day like that, it transfers throughout the day. When you start your day with chaos and you're stressed out and you're beating yourself up, that will carry throughout the day. But when you start it with peace and gratitude, your whole day, like the begin, especially the first half of the day, it just sets the tone. So if you guys aren't doing this, I dare you to set your alarm, say 10 minutes earlier, and just use that time to be grateful. Even if you don't want to write it down, just think of all the things you're grateful for right now. And I feel like it will impact your morning and that will transfer into the day. So, next time you feel like you're behind or you're stressed out, just think of all the things you have. Like, if you have a place to live in, I know I always keep this in mind because obviously, when you're making videos online, everyone's in different circumstances. Like there could be someone watching this video right now that doesn't have legs or doesn't have an arm, or maybe they're struggling to find a place to stay at night or whatever. So I understand that. But even if you're going through those certain situations, like say you did not have your legs, do you have a good support system around you? Do you have a place to live? I use this term. I don't know if everyone enjoys this term, but I really find it impactful, even though it sounds cliche, is it could always be worse. And I really believe in this because even if you're really down bad and you're really struggling, like you don't have a place to live right now, you don't have this or whatever, there's usually someone out there that has it worse than you. And when you put it in perspective like this, you kind of get out of this victim mentality of like, oh, why am I in this situation? Like, why is this only me? Like, there's a lot of people out here struggling and like in worse situations than you. So it's all like when I go over these certain things on my YouTube, it's comes down to perspective. When you look at something in a different way, or you look at something in someone else's shoes, it opens a lot for you, and it it really changes your life and the way you look at life. So I'm gonna end it off like that. I just want you guys to have a balance. This is what I found in my journey is to have a balance. Yes, you want to push yourself to have more. You want to strive to get better every day. But at the same time, you don't want to get to the point where you're just unhappy and stressed out and not living in the moment. Say if you're so focused on the future, which isn't real, you got to keep in mind the past is over with, it's done. It's like there is memories and stuff there, but you can't change anything in the past. You can't go back in the past. Like it's behind us. Then the future, it's always good to set goals and envision yourself where you want to go, but it isn't real yet. We're not there. So if you're too wrapped up in the future or the past, you're not living in the present moment. The present moment is what's real. So if you're focused on either the future and the past, you're basically letting your life slip between your hands and you're not living in the moment. So I always remind myself of this, and that's why I practice gratitude a lot. It really brings you into the present. It shows you what you have around you and it makes your life better. So I want you guys to have that balance of pushing yourself, but also being grateful where you're at, being grateful the journey, and we're all in this together. If you guys have any ideas or comments on this video, I love you guys to share comments because Obviously, this is still a small channel, but as we grow more and more, I want you guys to really give your perspective and your feedback and the situations you go through, not only for me to see, but also for other people in this community to share their ideas with each other. So let's get after it. I'm going to try to drop the best content I can moving forward, and I hope you have a great day.